Moving on now, January 15 exactly marks 50 years of the end of the Civil War. It is also a day to commemorate the Armed Forces Remembrance Day in Nigeria, dedicated to acknowledge and appreciate the supreme sacrifice paid to protect and preserve the territorial integrity. In view of this, Uzoku Umunna, a pan-Igbo socio-cultural group comprising Igbo professionals both at home and the diaspora and in Ndigbo, Lagos, in collaboration with civil society organizations, have organized a Never Again conference in Lagos to mark the 50th anniversary of the end of the Civil War. Rita Omodia tells us more.
And this was how it all began and ended. Drums of war, children lost their parents, parents lost their children, husbands lost their wives, wives lost their husbands. Hunger ravaged the land. Many who witnessed this prayed never again for such a thing to occur. What caused this war, one may ask? Selfish interests, injustice, a clash of culture and strife for political power? The Nigerian Civil War, also known as the Biafran War and the Nigerian Biafran War, according to recorded history, was a civil war in Nigeria fought between the government of Nigeria and the secessionist state of Biafra from 6 July 1967 to 15 January 1970, consuming 2.5 million lives. Biafra represented nationalist aspirations of the Biafran people, whose leadership felt they could no longer coexist with the northern-dominated federal government. At the end of the war came the slogan, "No victor, no vanquished." 50 years after, victims, veterans and witnesses, as part of the healing process of this horrific event, organized a Never Again conference in Lagos to mark the 50th anniversary of the end of the Civil War. Organized by Uzoku Umunna, a pan-Igbo socio-cultural group comprising Igbo professionals both at home and in diaspora, and in Ndigbo, Lagos, in collaboration with civil society organizations, speaker after speaker, panelists and guests came to address the seeming lack of political will towards a robust and focused interrogation of the Civil War, its causes and hard lessons.
But one thing I need to say is that despite all the provocations from east, west, north and south, let Nigerians eschew violence. Violence will not provide the answer to the Nigeria we want to build. However much you may feel provoked, non-violent engagement is a recommended way. We are already in a crisis. If we, in our sober deference to reality, find that we can no longer hold together as one country, then let us together peacefully find a rational solution. And let us never again plunge into any kind of war among us.
Anytime that leadership, on whichever side, is about to repeat, yet again, the ultimate folly of sacrificing 2.5 million lives on the altar of absolutes, any absolute whatsoever, we should borrow that African-American credo, paint them on prayer scrolls, flood the skies in their millions with kites bearing that inscription, and balloons that read very simply, African lives matter.
Governments in Nigeria are too big, protocol, too unbelievable, and it seems like that we're creating a government of politicians, for politicians, by politicians, rather than a government of the people, for the people. Thinking, learning, and projecting and planning state is imperative, and the ground norm needs to be rewritten. The political party system is totally flawed and a complete failure. Nigeria cannot make progress with the kind of political parties that we have today.
If you don't know anything about self-love, I am a proud Igbo woman. And know this, if there's anything you know about me, as I walk into a place, know that there's nothing you can do to me in this country to bow my head. I will not do it. I am my father's daughter. I am my mother's daughter. As an Igbo person, I stand before you committed to the project called Nigeria. But at the same time, you talk about never again. With what is happening now, never again? I don't know. But I will soon take my seat.
But as the war truly ended, are we living peacefully as a people of cultural diversity devoid of ethnical sentiment? As the proscription of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, brought about a meaningful solution, as the political nomenclature fulfilled the wishes of the people, where has our democracy led us to? Have we learnt our lessons from the Civil War? As the popular saying from Mahatma Gandhi goes, an eye for an eye and the whole world goes blind. It is therefore expedient that the people of this country, Nigeria, will never again manage the affairs of the country in such a way that will lead to war, because the lives of Africans matter. Rita Omodia, Galaxy News, Lagos.